Hello students, welcome to lecture series of Mathematics 2. I am Hitesh Manglani, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. So today we will discuss topic that is arc length of curve in space and directional derivative of chapter vector calculus. So let's start. So first of all, we will understand what is the meaning of arc length. The position vector r bar t at any point t on the curve is given by xt I cap plus yt j cap plus zt k cap. Okay, so now we will find out the tangent vector. So tangent vector is given by, so it will be magnitude of r bar dash t, so it will be square root of x dash t whole square plus y dash t whole square plus z dash t whole square. So this is magnitude of r bar dash t. Now arc length is given by, arc length is given by, so formula for arc length is S, capital S is equal to integration from a to b r bar dash t, magnitude of r bar dash t dt. So using this formula we can find out the arc length. So now let us discuss example related to arc length. So first example, find the arc length of the portion of circular helix where rt is equal to cos ti plus sin tj plus tk from t equal to 0 to t equal to pi. So here we will use the formula, that is S is equal to integration from a to b, and here limit is from t equal to 0 to pi. Okay, magnitude of r bar dash t dt. So first of all, here we will have to find out r bar dash t. Now what is the meaning of r bar dash t? That means we have to take derivative of this. So derivative of cos t will be minus sin t here, plus derivative of sin t will be cos t, and here derivative of t will be 1. Here we are differentiating with respect to t. Okay, now we will have to take magnitude of this. So this will be as arc length integration from 0 to pi, so square root of minus sin t whole square, okay, minus sin t whole square plus cos t whole square plus 1 square. So this will be sin square t plus cos square t, so it will be 1, and 1 plus 1 will be 2 here dt. So this will be integration from 0 to pi root 2 dt. Now integration of root 2 with respect to t will be, root 2 will be constant, and integration of 1 with respect to t will be t, and limit will be from 0 to pi. So first of all we will replace t by pi, then minus t by 0. So this will be square root of 2 into pi. So answer is root 2 pi. So this is the arc length of the circular helix, which is given by rt, that is equal to cos ti cap plus sin t j cap plus t k cap, and limit is from t equal to 0 to t equal to pi. Now let us discuss next example related to arc length, that is find the length of curve y equal to log sec x from x equal to 0 to x equal to pi by 3. So here given curve is y equal to f of x. Okay, so whenever given curve is of type y equal to f of x, then formula for arc length is different. So formula will be S is equal to integration from a to b square root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square dx. So whenever given curve is of type y equal to f of x, then arc length is given by integration from a to b square root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square dx. So here y is equal to log sec x. So first of all we will find out dy by dx. So derivative of log sec x will be 1 divided by sec x, because we know that derivative of log x is 1 divided by x, into, now we will take derivative of sec x, so it will be sec x into tan x. Clear? So sec x cancel out, so this will be tan x. Therefore here dy by dx is tan x. So here we will have to find out the arc length. So arc length will be s is equal to integration from 0 to pi by 3, because here x varies from x equal to 0 to x equal to pi by 3, square root of 1 plus tan square x, because as we have found earlier dy by dx is tan x. Okay, so 1 plus tan square theta is what? Sec square theta. This will be integration from 0 to pi by 3, square root of sec square x dx. So it will be integration sec x. Now what is integration of sec theta? It is log mod sec theta plus, and here limits are from 0 to pi by 3. Now first of all we will apply upper limit. So for that purpose we will replace x by pi by 3 in this. So this will be log mod sec pi by 3 plus tan pi by 3, and value of sec pi by 3 is 2 and value of tan pi by 3 is root 3. Okay, minus, now if we replace x by 0, so sec 0 is 1 and tan 0 is 0, so it will be log 1. Okay, log 1, but value of log 1 is 0, so our final answer will be log 2 plus root 3. So this is the final answer of example number 2. So arc length of the curve y equal to log sec x from x equal to 0 to x equal to pi by 3 is log 2 plus root 3. Now we will discuss what is directional derivative. So directional derivative is defined by dot product of gradient phi with unit vector. So we can say that directional derivative is dot product of gradient phi and unit vector in given direction. Here a cap represents unit vector in given direction. So it will be grad phi dot, what is a cap? Vector divided by its magnitude. Okay, so directional derivative is dot product of gradient phi and unit vector in the given direction. So if we have to find out the directional derivative, then first of all we will have to find out the gradient. Then we will apply dot product with unit vector in the given direction. Clear? So now let us discuss example related to this. First example, find the directional derivative of function x square z plus y cube z square minus xyz at 1 1 1 in the direction of vector minus 1 0 3. So here first step we will find out grade f. So grade f is defined by I del f by del x plus j del f by del y plus k del f by del z. So what is the meaning of del f by del x? Partial differentiation of function f with respect to x. So if we take partial differentiation of this function with respect to x, so it will be 2xz, because derivative of x square with respect to x is 2x. Okay, and y and z are constant, therefore derivative of second term will be 0, and third term is xyz, so derivative of xyz will be yz, because derivative of x with respect to x is 1. Clear? Plus j del f by del y, that means now we will partially differentiate function f with respect to y. So now x and z will be constant, therefore derivative of first term will be 0. Here derivative of y cube will be 3y square z square minus x z, because derivative of y is 1. Clear? Plus k cap del f by del z, that means partial differentiation of function f with respect to z. So now x and y will be constant, so derivative of first term will be x square. Clear? Plus now here second term is y cube z square, so derivative of z square will be 2z, so this will be 2y cube z, and x and y are constant here, So minus xy will be as it is, and derivative of z with respect to z is 1. So this will be del f by del z. Now as we have to find out the directional derivative at point 1, 1, 1. So for that purpose we will find out value of grade f at point 1, 1, 1. So grade f will be, here we will replace x by 1, y by 1 and z by 1. So this will become 2 minus 1, so it will be 1, so this will be I, okay, I cap, and this will become 3 minus 1, so it will be 2, so this will be 2j, and this will become 1 plus 2, 3 minus 1, 2, so this will be 2k. So this is the answer of grade f at point 1, 1, 1. Now we have to find out the directional derivative in the direction of this vector, and vector is minus 1, 0, 3. So here in this example, direction A is minus I plus 3k, because here you can see that this will be minus 1 into I plus 0j plus 3k. So this will be minus I plus 3k. Now here as we have to find out the directional derivative, so directional derivative dot product of gradient f and unit vector in given direction. So what is gradient f? So here as we have already found gradient f, which is I cap plus 2j cap plus 2k cap dot. Now here a cap, what is the meaning of a cap? It is unit vector in the given direction. So here it will be minus I plus 3k and divided by its magnitude. Okay, so because a cap will be vector divided by its magnitude, so it will be minus 1 whole square, so 1 plus 3 square, so it will be 9. So now we will apply. Now we will take dot product of these two vectors. So it is given by ith component, here it is 1 and here it is minus 1. So it will be 1 into minus 1 plus jth component, here it is 2 and here jth component is 0. So 2 into 0 plus here kth component is 2 and here kth component is 3. So 2 into 3 divided by root 10. So if we simplify this, so minus 1 plus 6, so it will be 5. So 5 divided by root 10. Therefore, directional derivative of function f at point 1, 1, 1 in the direction of vector minus 1, 0, 3 is 5 divided by root 10. So this is how we can find out the directional derivative. Now let us discuss second example related to directional derivative, that is find the directional derivative du fxy in f of xy, that is equal to x cube minus 3xy plus 4y square, and u is the unit vector given by angle theta is equal to pi by 6. What is du f at 1, 2? So basically here we will have to find out directional derivative at point 1, 2. So first step, we will have to find out gradient of this function. So here first of all we will find out grade f, which is given by I del f by del x plus j del f by del y. Here no need to write down plus k del f by del z, because here we have only two dimensions. Okay, so this will be I. What is the meaning of del f by del x? That means partial differentiation of function f with respect to x. So it will be 3x square minus 3y. And here third term is 4y square, so derivative of that term will be 0, because here y is constant, and here derivative partial differentiation of 3xy with respect to x is 3y, because derivative of x with respect to x is 1. Okay, and here derivative of x cube is 3x square here, plus j del f by del y, that means partial differentiation of function f with respect to y. So here x will be constant, so derivative of first term will be 0, minus 3x, derivative of y is 1, okay, plus 8y, because derivative of y square is 2y. Okay, now as we have to find out directional derivative at point 1, 2, so at point 1, 2 gradient f will be. So for that purpose we will replace x by 1 and y by 2 in this result. So this will be I cap 3 minus 3 into 2. So 6 plus j cap minus 3 plus 8 into 2, 16. Okay. So this will be minus 3i plus 13j. So this is grade f. Now here in this example, here to find the unit vector given by angle theta equal to pi by 6, first of all we will write down u as x I cap plus y j cap. Now here it is given that angle theta is equal to pi by 6. So for that purpose we will convert this into polar coordinates. So x will be r cos theta I cap plus y will be r sin theta j cap. Clear? Now as we are interested to find out the unit vector, so for the unit vector r will be 1 and here theta will be pi by 6. So here we will replace r by 1 in this. So this will be, when we are putting r equal to 1 in this, so this will be u cap because now it is unit vector. So it will be cos pi by 6 I cap plus sin pi by 6 j cap. Clear? So value of cos 30 will be root 3 by 2 I cap and value of sin 30 is 1 by 2 j cap. Clear? So this is unit vector. So directional derivative is given by dot product of grade f and u cap. So here we have already found grade f, that is minus 3i plus 13 j cap dot, and here u cap is root 3 by 2 I cap plus 1 by 2 j cap. So now if we take dot product of these two vectors, so it will be minus 3 into root 3 by 2 plus into 1 by 2. So if we simplify this, then it will be minus 3 root 3 plus 13 whole divided by 2. So this can be written as 13 minus 3 root 3 whole divided by 2. So this is directional derivative of function f of xy, where u is the unit vector given by angle theta equal to pi by 6. So in today's lecture we have discussed about arc length and directional derivative. Thank you for watching this lecture. I will see you in the next lecture.